Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rise of Legion Rainbow Six Siege tournament. We are in the quarterfinals today. This is day 3 of the entire tournament, and we will have 2 quarterfinal series coming up between XAVIER and versus DAIVO, and followed by Illuminate versus Overheat Esports. But before that, we have 2 teams that did forfeited in the top 16. They are International Duck and if I'm not mistaken, it is Armory Gaming. So these 2 teams, they have forfeited, which means that both XAVIER and DAIVO will get a free pass into the quarterfinals, where both teams will clash, and we'll see who makes it to the top 4. Remember, this is a best of 3 single elimination, and there will be no chance for redemption if the team loses out the map. We already have 2 days of a top 16 match since Monday, and so far all the teams have been looking very promising. Those that made it to the quarterfinals, to the top 8, has shown performances. For example, teams like how ESPORTS has performed phenomenally on day 1, whereas day 2, it's a bit unfortunate that we have 2 teams that forfeited. At the same time, there will also be 2 matches played off stream, which will not be able to stream it, which will not be streamed, but the result will still be revealed when the matches end. So far, the maps that have been played the most throughout these 2 days, I think Coastline was one of the more played maps. Villa as well, surprisingly being picked as the first map in the first day of the quarterfinals, whereas Coastline has been the second map for most of the series. It seems like most of the teams so far, they prefer Coastline over all the other maps. We've also seen teams such as teams pick Villa, which also one of the maps that most squads would not prefer to go to, as it is a harder map to digest, and most of the teams don't have sufficient knowledge to play on that map. But I am looking forward to see that if other maps would be picked, such as Oregon, not that much picked yet. Oregon, Clubhouse, and Banked. These 3 maps are surprisingly, despite being popular in other regions, not so popular in Rise of Legion so far. Even Border has seen some plays during the top 16 match. So we just have to see if the quarterfinals will bring out some other surprises. But so far, the map bans is still going on right now. As you can see, XAVIER has kicked off the ban by taking out Consulate. So you won't see Consulate this time, and it will see if the other 3 maps will consist of the maps that we want to see. Coastline finally taken out. So today, for the first match, we won't see any Coastline, no more cheesy Hookah Lounge takeover when the defenders are defending Penthouse and Theatre. As the first map again for Rise of Legion, we're going to Villa once more. These teams really love the Italian background of the map. But XAVIER Esports and DAIVO.XD, they both are experienced squads. So Villa is going to be a statement to show and prove which is the better team. So now we go back to the ban phase. We are still in the map veto, as you can see on your screens right now, and I won't be surprised if a Border makes it into the map pool to be played. But at the same time, I would love to see a Clubhouse be one of the maps that is going to be played, because that's going to be played. So we just have to wait and see as these 2 teams continue the map veto. XAVIER and DAIVO, like we mentioned, has been a really experienced team, and some of the maps that can kind of bring out that experience. Villa is definitely one of them. Border as well. Border and Oregon are your most common go-to maps to kind of showcase their ability. But if the teams decided to go something like Clubhouse and Bank. It will also kind of show the who is more familiar with these two maps. See, Oregon will be our second map, and Rise of Legion is also brought to you by Lenovo. So big thanks to them for making this happen. But as we mentioned, Oregon will be the second map of this series. So now there's the tiebreaker still left to be chosen. Border being banned out by XAVIER Esports. So unfortunately, no border. This time we won't be crossing the customs or defending the armory for at least the first best of 3. It's going to be interesting between Clubhouse and Bank, because normally you don't expect these two maps to be the tiebreaker. Normally tiebreaker is going to be maps like Villa, maps like Consulate. But I would love to see the tiebreaker be Clubhouse, because Clubhouse is going to be the more versatile map. But it seems like we're going to Bank, and if we ever get to that game 3 tiebreaker, Bank is going to be the map where the team can demonstrate who is better at pulling off the great heist into the semi-finals. So looking at the map veto right now, it's clearly the first map is going to be the most intensive map of the entire series. Due to the fact that, again, Villa, not much team is really good on that map. Not much team has digested Villa fully. It is the most balanced map. It is the most versatile map as well. Even the bomb sites, there's a lot of buffer rooms that operators have to go through in order to access that. For example, Aviator and Games, Hunting Vault is one of that connecting areas that you don't need to make a rotational hole. It is your kind of a natural rotational hole for defenders to kind of look out into both sides of the bomb site. But of course, other sides in Villa, other defense point in Villa, for example, your kitchen, also one of the places that most teams would choose to go through. But the most common one is definitely Aviator and Games, where the Hunting Vault, which is where the defenders will always reinforce the vault wall, because you don't want people to kind of blast through it and take control of that connecting area between the two bomb sites. But Villa, will see if these teams can put up a show, because we have seen teams go for Villa in map 1, and it is a clear domination, and it's all up to the knowledge of Villa, because they are sites on Villa where it is absolutely not fun to play with if you don't have the sufficient knowledge, or if the attackers have more map control than you. Then suddenly Villa turns into a really big nightmare. There's multiple stairs, there's long hallways, there's buffer rooms. So Villa definitely one of the maps that you don't really want to give up control, because if you do, suddenly it becomes really hard to roam. It's also a really huge map as well, and for roamers who are not well versed with the map, you can easily get lost in the cellar, you easily get lost in the basement, and suddenly you find yourself in a spot where you want to go to the main stairs, but you end up in astronomy instead. So it's definitely going to be very confusing if the teams don't know the map well. But it's also going to be interesting if imagine that both teams don't know Villa, so they decide to go Villa to see that who is not as versed as the other. But as we're speaking right now, the teams are loading into the lobby off screen, and they should be ready in a couple of minutes. Then we can get this series rolling. This is the quarterfinals. The matches are going to be more intense starting from this point onwards, leading up to the semifinals, where on the other side of the brackets you have teams like How Esports waiting as well, also one of the more professional teams on the other side of the bracket. So it's going to be a very interesting semifinals and finals, where we're definitely going to have the best of the best competing in that best of 5 for the champion, the title of champion. So right now while we are waiting for teams to load out to the lobby, you guys have seen the map veto. You guys kind of know that which match these teams will go on. So we will take a really short interval. When we're back, the teams will be ready to rock and roll, and we will start kickoff the first quarterfinal match of the night on Villa. We'll see you guys in a while. Ladies and gentlemen, we're right back in with Rise of Region Rainbow Six Siege Tournament, brought to you by Lenovo. I'm Husky and I'm joined by Blaze Dragon 100 as we are jumping straight right in for map 1 of the quarterfinals between XAVIER ESPORTS and DAIVO.XD. As pre-mentioned, this is the right side of the bracket. Left side of the bracket is happening off stream. We will be kicking off the first map, the first 10 rounds in Villa.
Who do you think they will ban this time?
The trend that we've seen so far, surprisingly, they're not banning Lion that much. But
yeah, even the previous game, Hibana.
Seeing that the teams are more experienced, I do expect more bans catered towards operators that stop roamers. They did ban out Jackal, or more than they ban out Lion, which is very interesting. And again, they're letting those two operators through. Hibana and Glass will be banned out.
Interesting way to ban Glass, because when they are defending the games room, the Glass has a very nice spot on the balcony itself to go watch through the flanks and the hallway. So I see Echo is being banned to deny any bomb defusal.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of Echo plays, be it in a domestic league or even a pro league, that yokai is actually super annoying. There are counters to it. The IQ is one of the most direct counter, but you don't really want to spend time dealing with the yokai drone who is causing so much trouble. Clash as well, also one of the operators that surprisingly these teams are prioritizing on. So we are going into map 1, and as expected we will be starting in Aviator and Game. One of the main reasons that you don't want the Glass to be picked. So Jackal will be preferred over Lion to track down roamers, as a Maestro and Castle will be the pivot for the bomb site. Okay,
no surprise Lion being played.
Yeah.
Because if your Lion is not banned, if you are not using Lion, you're just putting it to waste.
So there is your 6 pick coming on, and also this teams, so far the teams, they really love Caveira as well. We've seen a couple of Caveira picks, but far as I remember, most of them have not turned out well. Mostly a troll pick.
Well, yesterday games, we have a couple of interrogations going on, so it was pretty surprising.
So we'll see if this Caveira pick is going to yield the same results. And getting an interrogation in the early stages of the rounds is going to really demoralize your opponents, especially in round 1 where everyone is just testing out the waters, and suddenly you get interrogated and you lose the round.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So as you can see, Caveira is just hiding away from the drone, so they do not want to be discovered. So it has a surprise element over here.
Caveira, the name says itself. In Portuguese, it means scowl. So she definitely wants to be the person that delivers death and do not want to be detected. But round 1 has commenced, and it will be XAVIER attacking for the first 5 rounds, and DAIVO will be defending for the first half of the map.
As you can see, DAIVO is pretty much still prepping up their defense, so not too sure what they are doing or what they had in mind. But you see, Licorice is coming through the wardrobe. He's going to drone first to scout out any potential threat around the area.
He did drone astronomy, but he just missed out one of the defenders. Drone's gonna get taken out. Whereas Nerix will be hiding in the living room for now, still trying to gain intel of where the attackers are, as XAVIER ESPORTS, they are playing this really slow.
But they are a professional team, so they know not to just jump in a site without any proper drone or information. So it's a very smart play. There's the difference between a high level play and a lower level play.
And Hajime will be leading a charge into astronomy along with Licorice and producer Boom, trying to look for footprints, but the defender's not really there. There is the Jaeger that was at the astronomy statuary just now that took out Licorice's drone. He will be tracked down. Crooks has the backup of the rest of the team. I shouldn't be too worried about that. Angry is in the hunting vault, a common spot for the defenders to stay. But you can see Licorice, he is ready. There's your EE1D. Exothermic charge going off, so Angry has to start moving.
This is the push that we are looking for.
Yep, definitely. And see that they took out, but Nerix will get the first kill. No interrogations coming out, but Licorice still trying to go for that exothermic charge. Finally blows open that Hunter's vault. The rest of the defenders are anchored, but Healthcare will take down Angry right through the hunting vault. There's a drone bug coming in from the attackers, as the producer will spot out Nerix and just shoot him down. Will reclaim the diffuser for his team, as the rest of the attackers should be ready to push right in. Producer will get Crooks, blows open the mirror window wall. Bark will take down Red Sun. Mistaker will take down Healthcare. Suddenly it's a 2v2, but the EE1D will slow the defenders down in place. They should be going for the blind. Licorice will be planting a diffuser right now. Warbar just running right in, but the Lion is waiting, will knock him down. Mistaker is the last man alive. He does take down Producer Boom. Producer Boom will kill, but Licorice will kill off Mistaker. And XAVIER ESPORTS, they will take round 1.
No surprise of the result here, because how XAVIER is playing, they are slowly scouting the sites, like I told you, and they just adapt to whatever the opponent are giving them. So when they start to push, it was a pretty well coordinated push.
It was a great start for DAIVO. They did get 1 kill. Sadly, no interrogation. Nerix doesn't want to take the risk, but once Nicholas started breaching through the Hunter's Vault. Angry kind of get caught out there. He stayed in the vault for too long. He knew that the Thermite was there, but he still decided to stay around as as Mistaken and Warbug actually kind of rotated out of sight. And when they came back, the Producer Boom was ready with the E1D.
Yeah, it was a smart play by the Lion to just save it for the last second when the diffuser is being planted. As you can see, DAIVO is still doing back the same old strat, but I hope they do something a little bit different this time.
This time, they didn't even 6-pick the Caveira. They revealed the Caveira straight away. Means that Xavier will definitely know about the presence of the Bope Interrogator, and somehow Hellcare's a drone survived. Actually, it was downstairs, so
maybe they reveal Caveira because they want XAVIER to go hunt for Caveira.
yeah.
So previously they did not hunt for Caveira, they just went straight towards the site.
Yeah, but they did manage to catch out Caveira, which was what made the difference in the first round. But like you said, Xavier doing their usual drone work, and the track onto Crooks that kind of led Xavier straight to the point.
Hajime
is
he gonna find where Caveira is? He just missed it. Caveira is just hiding right in the corner.
Yeah, again the same place, and that drone count doesn't come right back. So Caveira, he knows that someone is out there droning. Which could be the Sophia. Oh, Nerix misses him. So lucky for the attackers that Nerix didn't decide to just go for that pick gamble, but you can see Nicholas is already moving right in.
Still pretty much a safe play, and I'm not too sure if Sophia actually knows Caveira is just right in front of her in the bathroom. But of course, with that repelling, Caveira does know where Sophia is. But will she take the risk to jump out and just take a shot?
Yeah, definitely not advisable to jump right out. There is a claymore placed by Sophia right at the window. And that would be deadly. But Hajime will start things off again, killing off Crooks. And the attackers are starting to breach in. There is a Nicholas again with your exothermic charge. As Angry, he is ready with the impact grenade. He misses it completely, and this might just cost his team the point once more. It is the same outcome from last game, and Nerix, he still hasn't gotten anyone yet for 2 minutes, and this is not going well for defenders. But the silver lining for DAIVO is that Nerix is still on the loose, and Xavier has to be really careful. They even use the EE1D, but Nerix is ready, gets the pick, but Producer Boom again gets the shots through, and there's the Caveira drown. 3 more defenders left, and DAIVO not really in good spot. Warbug does take down Nicholas. You can see the bombs coming in, taken out by the ADS. Warbug does get spotted out, but ducks right back down to the deployable shield. Producer Boom throw the stun grenade in. This is Mira against 2 of the attackers. Misses that C4. Producer Boom taken down really low. Hajime also really low as well. Hellcare meanwhile takes down Warbug. Angry takes Hellcare down in return. Your smoke and stun grenade going right in. Again, it's out to Bone Mistaker and Angry to hold the fort. Angry goes for a blind spray, does not get it. Mistaker, does he know that the attackers is right behind him? Producer Boom is there, but there's a smoke grenade for cover. So Mistaker will just hide behind the walls, and now he's gonna start peeking out. Angry in the hallway. That's not where you want to be. Mistaker goes for that peek. They need to make this quick. They don't have enough time. Angry will spot Hajime, and it is only Producer Boom and Red Sun left. Red Sun doesn't spot out the Maestro yet, but Maestro will spot him out. Mistaker with the shot. Now they need to go for the defuse. Someone needs to protect the Legion. Producer Boom, super Logan, pick right in, spots out the Legion, and Mistaker, just a bad angle for the defense, gets taken down by the Lion, and Xavier Esports, they will take round 2.
A huge mistake by the Maestro over there, as he needs to cover. I'm pretty sure he knows where Lion is. I'm not too sure what he was doing.
Unlucky for that, it was very obvious that Lion would be waiting, but Mistaken just didn't cover the right angle. We will have a slight rehost as there's a disconnection from Nerix himself. We will be back in a short while after the rehost is done, but the scores will be same. Xavier taking the map 2-0. We'll be right back. And we are right back with Rise of Legion Rainbow Six Siege Tournament. This is the quarterfinals brought to you by Lenovo between XAVIER ESPORTS and DAIVO.XD. This is round 3. XAVIER taking the first 2 rounds, but round 2 was a mistake from DAIVO for not holding the doorway. I'm Husky and I'm joined by the one and only Blaze Dragon 100.
Good evening, guys. Been a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, but as we saw just now, round 2 should have went DAIVO.XD's way, but unfortunate mistake. Actually, not unfortunate. It's a very obvious and a catastrophic mistake from the Maestro to not watch the doorway when he clearly knew that the attackers, the remaining attacker, was outside, just waiting for the defuse to happen. But it is okay. It is only round 3. 3 rounds for the first half, and suddenly we might have a bit of a disconnection, but I think this time we just have to roll with it. So DAIVO will have to deal with the member disadvantage for now. It is their roamer, Nerix.
Yeah, his round has already begun, so we can't actually go for a rehost. Only have to wait till the next round.
Unfortunate that they lost their main roamer, and they'll have to be more cautious right now. 2 less reinforced walls, and 1 less fragger to deal with XAVIER ESPORTS.
5 seconds left.
Let's see. This time they'll be defending dining room instead. They failed Games and Aviator twice. Time to go for a change of a defense point, taking it to dining instead. Whereas for the side of XAVIER, going to be Thermite, no Sophia this time. So they will bring the Thatcher and the Sledge.
As you can see, XAVIER knows that they are up on bodies, so they will just be ready to be plant the diffuser. Everybody is just waiting right outside the objective.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Nerix returned a bit too late, as he can only be the observer, at least for this round. Hajime will be starting to look for those footprints. It's not going to find anyone yet. Healthcare will be droning for him as well, as they take a start to push in 1 minute into the round. Walk in will be the choice for Healthcare, as it looks right down to the point, does see the barbed wire. And not sure if the defenders noticed that. They do hear the sound effect, as you can see Healthcare trying to spot the defenders down there to take them out before they go for the push. As Crux will be looking at one of it. Healthcare continues to go on demolition mode. Going to be right on top of the Legion, but the Legion is just a hair's breadth away from the Sledge.
Toma is going to breach to the dying.
Okay, so Exothermic just blow wide open. Hajime also on top, but there's your return fire from the defenders, from Crux himself. But there goes your mirror window, gets blown wide open by the attackers, and XAVIER, they're attacking from up from 2nd floor, and defenders are in a really tight spot right now. There's your exothermic charge. He looks the wrong way. Red Sun just gets 2 kills at once. Not sure why 2 defenders go out at the same time. Mistaker will only get 1. Warbug gets another one, but Red Sun just goes in for execution, and XAVIER just made quick work of DAIVO in round 3.
Well, DAIVO just give it to them. Basically, just right here, they just throw it and just give it to them.
Not really sure why both defenders ran out at the same time, looking at the same angle, but the Red Sun should be really happy about that, considering that at a man disadvantage. This time it should be better for them. They're taking this round back to Aviator and Games. Only 2 more rounds for them to defend, and it seems like their experience is not paying off against XAVIER. They will again reveal the Caveira. Let's see if Nerix will stick to Caveira, or will he 6-pick away into something else?
False. Smart move to change to Pulse because they are defending the second floor, and Pulse is a great way to deny anyone from planting with his C4, especially with his heartbeat sensor.
So 6-pick Pulse coming right up. For Xavier, it is still the same operators. Not much difference from the first few rounds. Zofia, Thatcher, Lion, Jackal, and Thermite that made that work. 3 rounds when DAIVO was defending games and Aviator. It's no surprise that they're going for the same strat again. And you can see Xavier, they are only expanding 1 or 2 drones to go for the scout, as the rest of the drones will be conserved for when the round starts.
10 seconds remaining.
Pretty much the same play. They are not changing anything different.
5 seconds.
They could bite them back on the back, or would they just win it?
Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
Seems like it's up to Nerix again. His favorite spot is the living room. We'll see if he goes right back. It seems like he is. He's going to try and get an early pick off. So far, Hajime is the one that brushes past him. Xavier is already going in. They will try to take control of the second floor. Like the previous few rounds, Master Astronomy has slowly worked their way to a statuary. It has been a staple way for them to start to win all previous 3 rounds, and nothing has gone wrong so far. And Warbug already taking a few shots from the attackers.
Now they do have control of Master Bedroom and Trophy, so they will be pushing on from there, and this time not from the balcony.
EMP gets thrown right in, and that is one evil eye being deactivated by the EMP grenade. As Nerix, he is so far away from where the attackers usually are right now. This is moving closer and closer to Xavier Esports, as you see Red Sun goes for a bit of a spray, does not get anyone, does get Crooks low though. You see in the main stairs, not a good spot for him to be right now, as he's completely exposed by the attackers. There is your exothermic charge, as Nicholas will be ready. Tries to shoot the evil eye, but that's not how you destroy the evil eye. You see the evil eye is constantly being fired by Mistaker.
I'm not sure. Oh, they do.
Oh, Nerix, great C4 from underneath, takes down the Zofia. That's the KS 76 lifeline out of the picture. There's still 2 EE1D charges for Producer Boom. Hajime as well, he does has used the Inox model twice. Still has 1 more charge left, and defenders, they actually are doing quite well in this round, as Nerix will be drawn up by Rickson. Has to go for another rotation again, but Mistaker with that evil eye keeping tabs on Xavier really well. This might just be the first win of this map, as there's only 35 seconds there. There's your EE1D. Nerix just takes down Lickless, and Nerix still in a gunfight. Angry just takes out Producer Boom. Red Sun takes down Crooks, but there is the pistol from Nerix, and only Red Sun is left for Xavier Esports. Steps on that Gumai, and the rest of DAIVO can just easily defend this. They know where he is. Look at all the Gumais being thrown out by Angry. The 4th Gumai being thrown out, but he does not really care because time is running out. They are just taking the time, and Angry steps on that Gumai. Sorry, Red Sun steps on the Gumai. Angry will take the kill, and this is your first win for DAIVO in Villa.
Great comeback by DAIVO. They did read the situation correctly, and just maybe just a sloppy play by XAVIER themselves.
Yeah, definitely a bit sloppier compared to the previous round, but a great start from Nerix with that C4 crippling Xavier Esports. He took down Zofia early on, so they do not have the KS lifeline to follow up with the breach. And that DAIVO starting to regain that momentum. So right now, Nerix is going to 6-pick the smoke away. Let's see who he will switch it to. He's going to go with the Pulse once more. He has been one of the reasons for their victory in round 4. This is the last round of the first half. After this, the teams will swap sides to see if DAIVO can at least win this round. They will finally go to statuary and trophy for round 5.
Pretty much doing a rank strat. Nothing too crazy, nothing too safe.
10 seconds left.
Evil Eye in the bedroom. As
5
see the
seconds
immediate crack the hatch open, trying to look on downwards. Nerix will be that roamer once more.
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb.
This is the last round of the first half. Xavier are in a really good spot. It's going to get better if they manage to win this one out. But third map was slightly sloppy compared to the first 2 rounds. So again, the usual drone work being done by the team, as they will be trying to take control of the second floor once more, but this time they are going in from studies. You can see Healthcare prepping that claymore already.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Now, no one is searching for the pulse yet, or maybe they are not expecting a pulse. That could cost them. That could cost them a lot.
Again, Nerix hiding in the wine cellar just to be safe. He's ready. He will be again being the roamer, the flanker for DAIVO. Mistaker will be tracked by Hajime with that Inox model, but at the same time his drone will be taken out, as this time the defenders will be defending in trophy and statuary, so Xavier will be coming in from study, games and aviator instead, the other side of the second floor. 1 minute and 35 seconds left, and Nerix, he should be on the move very soon, and you can see he's in dining, being really cautious with the push. Track still coming out on the defenders. Mirror window will be blown open. Angry will be the one getting tracked. Hajime.
They did see where Thermite is.
So
And with Sun being taken out.
speaking about Thermite, the Thatcher is the one being taken out, as Warlock will be tracked right away, but he's right beside one of the attackers. Not sure if he notices that E1D gets dropped right out. You can see Healthcare is right outside. He is ready to go for push. Less than a minute left. Producer Boom will take down Nerix, and that is the roamer gone. No more pulse to be worried about, as Healthcare is well aware of where the defenders are. Wall bang just right across the statuary in trophy. Finally blast open the wall, but the attackers have then pincered. The second E1D charge will come right out. Nicholas, he does find the pick but doesn't find the shot. He's really careful about that, but Crux gets taken down. Mira is Mira being covered. Warbug takes down Hellcare, but Producer Boom would take him down in return. 3 versus 2. Mistaker has a lot of angles to cover, but the attackers are not exposing themselves there. There is the diffuser gets planted. Mistaker tries to go for the spray, doesn't take down Producer, and Producer can be more lenient with his approach, as Angry is watching from astronomy. Throws down the impact grenade, hits onto Nicholas, but not enough to take him down.
Now they did take down the Claymore.
That's
So
Angry.
now he can rotate.
Behind!
And he's gonna rotate again. No!
No, Xavier. They will take round 4, and they will end the first half 4-1. Really great start for Xavier Esports. Now both teams will switch sides. This time it will be Xavier Esports' turn to defend. DAIVO, they will have to start attacking. So right now, Xavier Esports, they have a really great start. We'll see if they can keep this momentum rolling. 2 more victories, and they'll be able to take map number 1. But it's time for DAIVO to be the offense round. They will be bringing again Jacko and a 6-pick the Lion. Monty will be brought in as well alongside Buck and Termite. A bit different from Xavier Esports' lineup. Xavier Esports, they will bring in the Frost instead.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Now, Frost in a high level play, it can go both ways, as it is unusual for high ranked players to play Frost, so they might not be expecting a Frost map, a welcome map at the window. It could be an advantage for Xavier to just secure the whole game.
It could be as well. That is your bulletproof camera by Red Sun.
10 seconds to go.
Produce the boom on the Legion this time. Previously, the Lion player for all 5 rounds has been super great. Hajime, your Jacko player in the attack rounds, now on the mirror.
To locate a bomb and defuse it.
Let's see if we kick off the second round, the second half of the map. Let's see if DAIVO can put out a better performance as the attackers compared to the defenders.
Now, we did see Warbot playing Monty a lot yesterday, and he is pretty good at it. Now, Mistaker, is he probably was AFK,
Probably.
maybe getting some coke or drinks.
So Crooks will be on your Lion. We see how Xavier played Lion always at the last minute or the last 40 seconds. That's where the E1D starts going out. Warbuck was trying to get control of bedroom. Is right in front of the bomb site. Will get shot instead, and that is not a good way you want to start. The defenders are ready. Xavier, they are just looking at the window. Healthcare landing a few shots onto Warbuck. There's half of Monty's health gone. Hajime will be watching from astronomy room down into onto the first floor. Warbuck still kind of hesitating, not sure where the rest of the team are. As DAIVO still doing some drone work. Pretty late into the round as Crooks' drone will be taken out instead. And look at Hajime, he's watching down into the hallway. Might just spot out Warbuck or Nerix. Oh, Nerix in danger, but he looks up, he sees Hajime. Hajime will be injured. He does trade some shots back as well. The E1D gets used, but Nerix, he will see Producer Boom doesn't take the Legion down as well. There's the pick from the Frost. Nerix wins the gunfight. Healthcare will take down Warbuck, though that is your Monty. Got no more shield operators. Nerix hesitating with the frag grenade, throws it up, doesn't get anyone. Hajime already moved away from astronomy into trophy. He will return back, and there's your exothermic charge. It's gonna blow right up. Mistaker will look right in, but will not spot any defenders for now. Xavier Esports in a really safe spot. 45 seconds on the clock. There's one more EE1D. Crooks might need to consider using it. There's no footprints. Will be spotted by Angry, but Angry going to still do some drone work for the rest of his team. As Nerix is watching from Memorial, will blast his way right up into the point to provide cover fire for his team. C4 from Hajime, not going to use it just yet. They clear out the drone, but only 20 more seconds. Has DAIVO spent too much time trying to take, by mistake, try to take down the Frost Trap as soon as Angry jumps in, and he kills Angry instead. Now Crooks is incapacitated, will be taken care by healthcare, and Hajime cleans up DAIVO. Just bad mistakes coming up, and unfortunate for Angry, he was trying to vault right in. They didn't coordinate it well enough. They thought the Frost Trap was gone, but instead,
yeah, he did not shoot the Frost Trap in time. He did try to shoot the Frost Trap, but he got into the Frost Trap before he shot it, and that
he killed his own kill. Yeah. Oh boy.
Well, Mistaker did make a mistake.
Yeah, Mistaker did make a mistake. So unfortunate for DAIVO, and this is not good for the morale. Disconnection, bad hole by Mistaker as the Maestro, and now Mistaker again, another mistake coming out from DAIVO. Suddenly Xavier just one round away from taking Villa.
Not much of a surprise because Xavier is a pro team. They are in the pro leagues officially, and DAIVO, they're trying to get there. but they are also a very reputable team and they are strong as well. Just maybe not tonight against Xavier.
It doesn't seem like their night tonight, or maybe Villa. It really is not their map. Xavier is taking that advantage to take control to gain an advantage in this best of 3. But here we go, round 7 of Villa. Xavier having a really great defense. This time Nicholas will be on Ella. Producer Boom will be on the Pulse instead. As he was on the Legion previously. Healthcare will be on the Frost. That's not much difference compared to the previous round, but it might be possibly the final chance for DAIVO to bring this back, or they will have to just proceed to the second map. To, if I'm not mistaken, it would be Border. Not Border. It would be Oregon. So let's see. Maybe Villa is not DAIVO's map.
Well, it is Xavier who chose Villa, so yeah. I'm pretty sure Xavier has this map in and out.
Yep, definitely seems so. As all the players have been doing so well, you can see frags are very much, very much spread out, distributed evenly. Grismont Mine being placed on top of a statuary, and even barricaded out by Nicholas. Yes, again, Crooks starts pushing in, but the drone work being done by DAIVO.
DAIVO is being very, very careful drawing out to side, make sure nobody is going to stop them.
But did they spot out the Jaeger? There's a bit of gunfight coming on. Producer Boom trying to locate the attackers with the heartbeat center. He does get drone now. Not sure if that drone was active at the time of destruction. Producer Boom. He knows now EE1D being used by Crooks. The push will come in as he is already at games. Drone works being continued. Warbug on the Ying. He will be doing the deed. Nerix will get the first kill onto Hajime. And that is the Mira down as Nicholas goes for the spray from the second floor. Does not get it. Crooks will get Rizsun. And he is still alive on the line. One more EE1D to be used, but Nicholas will trade Angry back in return. As the healthcare. It is near the Lion, but will he spot the Lion though? It's Warbug now in Astronomy. Not gonna spot any defenders. Producer Boom still in a pretty safe area, but he does see the shots come through. Nerix is breathing beside the Pulse. No, Producer Boom will get Nerix in return. Nicholas takes down Warbug. In the meantime, E1D just a bit too late. The members are already running out. No one to take advantage of that. Healthcare with the 4th kill, and Mistaker is the only one left. Tries to go in for a peek, but he rushes right in. And he's going to follow the healthcare, but Producer Boom is ready. And XAVIER Esports, it would take map 1. Villa convincingly 6-1.
A clean sweep, I would say, by Xavier.
Definitely a clean sweep by XAVIER. And it's just DAIVO. This is not Villa, clearly not their map. That EE1D was just a bit too late. Should have utilized it way earlier on when the members were still alive. And Crooks was just not, he was desperate. He had to rush right in, and there's no way he could have won that. But that is map 1 done. So XAVIER now at match point. We'll be going into map 2, which is Oregon, in a short while. But before that, we'll go on a short break and let the players prep. We'll be right back. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rise of Legion Rainbow Six Siege Tournament. This is the quarterfinals of the right bracket between XAVIER Esports and DAIVO.XD. XAVIER Esports taking map 1 convincingly, Villa 6-1. We'll be moving to map 2, Oregon. DAIVO this time will be attacking in the first half, whereas XAVIER will be the defenders. I'm Husky and I'm joined by Blaze Dragon 100.
Welcome back, guys. Now, the first map was pretty much XAVIER because, well, it is their map that they chose. So, let's hope that DAIVO will prove better because this is DAIVO's map. Or maybe XAVIER will just dominate this whole round.
Let's see. Hopefully, DAIVO can put up a better fight in Oregon. They are the one who chose Oregon for the second map. So, the ban, XAVIER will ban out the glass, whereas DAIVO will ban out the Monty, which very interesting because XAVIER, they have not used Monty, but DAIVO was the one who used Monty in Villa.
Warbar was using Monty the most, but I'm not too sure why they are banning Monty.
Yeah, and they're still keeping Lion up, where they had the chance to ban out Lion, or even Jacko. So, like I said, the trend for these teams right here, they really love to let Lion through and just give the enemies the E1D, especially when, I mean, if you are DAIVO, then it's understandable to get Lion through, but even the defenders, they are focusing on other operators other than the Lion. Mira being banned out by DAIVO.
No surprise there because this map does rely on Mira a lot, and we see Maestro getting banned as well. Could be a new strat that they are doing.
Yep, definitely. So no Evil Eye, no Black Mirror, but Echo will be led through. Echo in Oregon, a lot of tight areas for his yokai to just concuss the attackers, and as I mentioned, Echo Red Sun will immediately pick him up. No surprise right there. It's a free giveaway. XAVIER will be defending Kitchen and Dining Hall for the first round this map.
Now, well, of course, Lion is being played. I'm pretty sure they're gonna change now. Well, Lion and Dokebi, it's gonna be an annoying game for XAVIER.
Yeah, definitely annoying. Heartbreacher in the form of Hibana, Ash, and Ying. They might want to rush in hard, and it's going to be even harder. The rush is going to be even more intense with Finka being the 6th pick. They're swapping Lion away, but it seems that they're still deciding who to take. It's going to be Finka at the very end. So the Adrenal Surge will be very beneficial for when they go for a rush, but it's dining. It's going to be dining in Kitchen at the first floor. We'll see how XAVIER defends this round. It's going.
Now, 2 shield being placed at dining, away from the view of the door.
Interesting placement of shield right there.
It seems that they are going to be attempting a bandit trick with explanation of the shield, so no one is able to shoot them from the doorway.
We'll see how this works out as DAIVO, they already have information. They drone out where the defenders are, even ping them on their map as well. As you can see, Kitchen is right beside the bathroom, and it seems that they are leaving. I think they left that wall not unreinforced. Not sure if I saw that correctly, but no, we just have to see. Yeah, they did leave it unreinforced. Sajime will be defending in the Kitchen. Crooks will be watching tower. Seems like they want to go right into the point. Look at the Candelas, the Adrenal Surge being used right away.
And they are going to attempt to rush pretty soon.
They even used the phone call. Red Sun's going to get 2 straight away. It seems like Hellcat will get wall, but I don't think this rush is a good idea. It seems like there's an immediate run out. Look at that run out from Red Sun, and he is still alive.
And XAVIER takes
round
number 1.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? XAVIER, they just mopped the floor with DAIVO, and look at how they're playing this.
Oh, it was a pretty bad rush, I would say.
It was horrible. It was actually a really horrible rush. Also, DAIVO did switch out Mistaken for Hirai.
Yeah, probably they had enough of mistakes.
Yeah,
in
they did
previous
have
round.
But round 1 didn't seem any better for them. That was a horrible rush directly into the dining where there are 2 deployable shields and defenders waiting. I'm not sure what was the purpose or the idea of that call, but definitely is a turn off for DAIVO to attempt that again. But they won't be they won't have the chance to do that for now, as we will be moving to Kids Dorm. We'll be moving to dorms for the second round. That's the bomb site.
Producer is switching out Mute for Pulse, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna be playing first floor as they are defending the second floor.
So Kids Dorm and main dorm is going to be the point for Xavier this time. Going to be right under Attic. They're going to blow Attic wide open. Let's see the attackers. Xavier setting up as much as they can. Red Sun will be reinforcing meeting hall. No, you don't want your attackers to gain access from there. Meeting also one of the more common places for Yokai drone to be in. It's great vision coverage as well. See that Red Sun. Does he really want to go for this? Throws out the Yokai drone.
He's gonna put the Yokai drone probably right above now. I think he's just trying to put on the window frame just so he can have a camera that is looking towards outside.
Seems like that's the case. See a small tower. Angry and Warbuck will be there. As Crooks does catch the first kill straight away onto Red Sun, and that is a great start for the Dokkaebi. Still has not used any of those logic bomb yet, as you can see Hirai looking into meeting hall. That is where the Yokai drone was, but Echo is down so early, which means that Xavier will be at a disadvantage at the start of the round. As you can see, Nicholas in laundry, producer boom, the heartbeat sensor. Also, playing first floor like you said, has not spotted out any members from DAIVO yet.
Now, Echo being gone is a waste because there is no more Yokai drone in play, so there's nothing to deny a plan for XAVIER.
Seems like they are attacking from Attic through the tower. As Hirai and Warbuck will be leading the charge. Warbuck will be watching kids from meeting hall roof. EMP out right away. Crooks providing backup from watchtower. It's not gonna spot out the smoke yet. Hajime has to be really careful of that window. But Liquor is gonna get one. Liquor is gonna get two. Angry will trade that back as the refrag. Hirai will kill off healthcare and is up to smoke and producer boom to hold the point. As producer still in the meeting hall entrance. He knows where the attackers are. Has the C4 as one of them drops down. It's going to be the Ash drops right down to meeting hall. Not going to run into the pulse yet. He still is taking his time to gain information. Hajime with that pre-fire out the window takes down Warbuck. Suddenly both teams are equalized in terms of members. 42 seconds left for DAIVO to make something happen.
Now they do know that Pulse is somewhere on the first floor, but they do not know exactly where. They are still searching for him, which is gonna be wasting a lot of time.
Yep, definitely wasting a lot of time. As you can see, producer, he's just in pantry. Flashman comes right in. They might get him, and producer actually doesn't really go down. He is down but not out, and it should be enough. Hirai finishes him off, and they will spot Hajime as well. Hajime now dropping to has to use the gas canister.
But there's only 9 seconds left.
He runs right in. Angry still alive, but Hajime is watching. Angry wins the gunfight. DAIVO, they will take round 2, and that is the attack that we need from this team.
Well, if Smoke could have just hide a little bit longer, he could have XAVIER could just have taken that point. But his mistake was just pre-firing.
Yeah.
And that reveals his position out.
And his pre-fire also a bit off.
Yeah,
Didn't really catch DAIVO. So DAIVO, that is a convincing round for them, as we'll be moving to basement, laundry and supply for round 3. Xavier will try to defend that place, and it's also really smart, really good that DAIVO managed to catch out Producer right at the end. With that flashbang, they knew that Producer was trapped in the pantry, and they went straight in for the pulse.
As you can see, Valkyrie is being switched out by healthcare to a castle. Not too sure why, but I would prefer a Valkyrie over a castle anytime. But let's just see what kind of strat are they playing. We move on to round number 3.
Producer will be back on the pulse once more. It didn't really do too much. One of the biggest flops for Xavier was the Echo getting killed right at the start.
Way too early.
Way too early. The lack of yokai drone denied Xavier so much information that they would have gotten and would have secured them the round if the Echo did not die out. But Red Sun now will be on the mute, as Hajime will take on the Echo instead. See if the change of players would make a difference for Xavier.
Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
Going in through Boiler.
Now they did spot the yokai drone, so they know where they are. Warbug getting
Oh
a kill.
my god, Warbug.
Nicholas is getting Warbug, a reflect from Warbug.
Again, the roamer down. Producer boom getting taken out. Hajime, he throws out the yokai. And at the same time,
Located a bomb.
as Hirai picks right in, almost takes down Hajime. Can he get him? Yes, he does. Hirai still low, but going to be able to break through that wall with the sledgehammer. Yokai drone is down again. Echo being
They have
killed
total
off so
side
early.
control. Where are the roamers?
The rumors already down. Producer boom getting killed off early on healthcare. Does take down Hirai, equalizing the
And now
score.
diffuser is going down.
They're already planting it in laundry. Nerix will get the diffuser off. Crooks does take down Nicholas. And healthcare goes right in, does take down Nerix. Gonna be a 2v2. Risan goes for the diffuse, but he turns back with the headshot. He can get the attacker. Yes, he does with the 2k. And healthcare will diffuse the diffuser. Xavier, they will take round 3.
Disabled by defenders.
A very fast gameplay.
Very odd round as well for both teams. DAIVO had the right idea. Xavier again they lost their Roma, they lost the Echo, but they somehow managed to pull it back, and it's just better gunfight coming in from Xavier Esports. So great for them. They are in the lead 2-1. We're going to round 4. And I'm not surprised if we go back to second 4, but it seems like they will decide to step back and take us to Kitchen once more, the round that they successfully defended because DAIVO decided to push in and they got wiped in less than a minute.
I don't think we'll see another push
I don't think
because
we'll see another
the first one failed. So we'll see what actual strat that DAIVO is planning to use.
This time, Mr. Boom will be on the Valkyrie as Red Sun. Go for 6 pick. Tries to try out, wants to give Echo another shot. He was the Echo player in round 2. He died really early on. Hajime tried to use Echo as well. Didn't work out. And Red Sun will be returning to the operator for round 4.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Producer Boom. Black guy in office. Small tower.
Located a bomb.
We'll be trying to take control of small tower because that is where that is placed close to the bomb site. Taking out drones on the way as well. You can see barbed wire in showers at the same time. Gumai being placed in the shower near the shower window.
5 seconds to insertion.
He to try to take control of the meeting as well. Also in a popular spot as
Attackers have recovered their
it's already barricaded
Attackers
up.
have detected the defuse.
Barricaded up. So DAIVO, they did win one of the rounds. They threw gate round 1, they won round 2. Round 3 was close. Seems like they are more composed in Oregon. Let's see if the momentum will continue. As the defenders, they will be playing from second floor. The sun will be on tower.
I think he's trying to get a spawn peek, or maybe deny anyone entry from the dining door.
Producer Boom did take some shots. That black guy does spot the Ash. Hirai.
But Ash did not see the black eyes. That's right. Oh, that's
Oh, okay, now he does. Great placement, but not enough healthcare. He hears the phone ringing, but Hirai will. Hirai hears the phone ringing, but healthcare will take him down instead. Healthcare's phone will turn off his cell phone. That is the Ash down. Drone coming in from Crooks into showers. Will spot out, I believe, the Jaeger. Not the Jaeger, the bandit. As he takes out that drone. The angry drone comes in as well. They jump right out. Healthcare will let that slide. Pre-fire is not going to catch anyone. Asterix will be watching. Again, the showers. Rich Sun does see Detacher, but Detacher.
Now he may be going up to get that kill as he spotted IQ right by the doorway. That is where the yokai drone was placed on the window frame.
Tries to go for that peek, but this time it won't be anyone there. The exothermic charge goes right off. Nerix is ready to go in for the push. As you can see, you can hear the phones ringing. Angry will take down Nicholas as Hellcat with the great prone takes down Warbug. Create a hole for himself as well, but Angry comes back with a refrag. It's 3 versus 3. Sajime in the smoke grenade does not see the attackers yet, but now he does. The diffuser down with the headshot, but Nerix will go for the refrag. Producer Boom takes down Angry, and it's all Nerix left. Diffuser right in front of him. They do have vision of the Valkyrie, but Nerix has a. He can still pull this back. He does tap on the Gumai. He just need a bit more. Red Sun still sitting on that yokai. Actually not using the yokai to drone. Decides to take matter into his own hands instead. Goes for the anchor. And you can see Nerix is just being really cautious right now. 20 seconds left. Either has to kill off the defenders or he has to go for the plant. The yokai has to be used. It's better for Red Sun to use that, but this Sun just letting the yokai sit right there. Maybe he's waiting for the plant, but Nerix realizes that he cannot go for the plant. He has to find the defenders. He has nothing left. Gets concussed by the yokai drone. Time will run out. He does get the kill onto Producer Boom, but it's not enough. Xavier, they will win this round.
It was a very nice yokai drone placement, as they did not, the attackers did not know where is it. They did not spotted it at all. So he was waiting for the last minute plant, and then only then he will use his sonic boom to deny the plant. But that did not matter as time ran out for DAIVO to do anything.
So now it will be the end of the first half. We'll go into the second half. Sorry, it's the last round of the first half. Xavier will take us back to Kids Dorm. It will be the last chance for DAIVO to attack. They revealed the fuse, but I'm pretty sure fuse is going to be switched away. Unless they want to go for the very cheesy fuse of a cluster charge in the kids room, but we'll see if they want to go for that.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So Producer Boom back on the pulse once more, finally gaining composure after a poor flop.
It seems like the Pulse is going to be holding down in kitchen to deny any plant from
5
upstairs.
seconds to go.
I'm not too sure if he's doing it alone or with Hajime.
Attackers recovered the diffuser. Attackers are moving.
But let's just see where they are coming from.
DAIVO is the last chance to attack. They did get one round, and look at that.
This
Rizsan again at the tower, but Angry does sense something fishy. He is watching tower. Does have the ACOG. You can see Rizsan still unaware of that, but Angry is on guard. He's waiting for Rizsan to peek the tower. Oh, Hirai takes out Hajime. Does get concussed. Hirai is on the Maverick. They're gonna rush right in. Is this really going to be a fast plan for the attackers? Crooks takes down healthcare. They're gonna blow the wall right open with the exothermic charge. Two of the defenders are on the first floor. Licorice goes down. Producer Moon does takes down Crook, and the diffuser is already planted. The yokai drone still exploding the heads of the attackers. Producer Boom with the 2k, with the 3k. That's even clutching. Goes with the ace, gets the 4k. One last attacker left. Angry is on the first floor. He wants to keep this game alive. He wants to keep this round alive, but he does step on the Gumai. He has no time to pull it out. Producer Boom is going for the defuse. Rizsan for the cover fire. Does take down the IQ. Producer Boom will complete the defuse, and Xavier Esports, they will end the first half 4-1. And this Pulse is a monster this round.
very nice play by Pulse. He did read the situation correctly, and then he just went for it. No hesitation was there.
A complete backdoor by Producer Boom. Takes down one of the attackers with the C4. Comes from behind. Goes for 3 more kills, and leaving the last one for Rizsan. I believe that the Echo also provided a lot of information with the yokai, which
Definitely
gave Pulse that much confidence. But now it will be DAIVO's turn to defend, and in Villa, DAIVO has not had a really good time defending. We'll see if Oregon, the map that they pick, is going to work out better for them. Xavier will now be your attackers. They will bring in the Jackal for Pulse. It seems like this time Angry will be on your Pulse instead of Nerix. Nerix will be playing on your Legion.
Now let's see if it is DAIVO's map after all, but let's see if they are able to defend it properly.
Yep, DAIVO did pick this map, and a bad impact grenade chunks down 3 of that defenders.
It does happen.
Yep.
It happens to me a couple of times.
Oh.
You just press the wrong button.
Xavier Esports wants to handicap themselves to give DAIVO a fighting chance. We'll see if DAIVO can get this round. See, they are defending Kids Room.
10 seconds to insert.
As you can see from the impact grenade, Angry is less than half of the life. So let's hope that doesn't affect him much,
Yep.
as he is very crucial for him to be downstairs to look for anyone that could be planting, and just don't waste the C4.
Pretty sure he's feeling angry because of that mishap. Unfortunate for him. As you can see, IQ try to start spotting out all those gadgets. Let's see I believe the bandit battery. Inca. We'll be watching your main entrance into basement, but Producer Boom instantly with the first kill onto Angry, and that is not looking well for DAIVO. The roamer gets killed off early on, but Hirai will be your second roamer in meeting. But the rest of the attackers, they are not even in meeting, they are immediately on the second floor, as Healthcare is going to blast the Kids Room wide open with that X Kairos. Not really sure if DAIVO is ready for this. Hirai is being tracked, and Hajime is ready, gets his prey at the main entrance. Bandit down, and it's up to the rest of the defenders to defend this point. I'm not really sure if they can do this though. Adrenaline Surge still not used yet, not even one. And Xavier, they can push right in if they want to at this point.
As you can see, DAIVO is just waiting every angle possible. there is someone down there. Would he get the vision?
Yep, it's Hajime blasting down the floorboard. There's your first adrenaline surge gets used. Candela gets tossed right in. Narix already low. Narix no longer alive. As the rest of Xavier cleans house. They'll take round 5, round 6, and go to match point once more.
Are we expecting the same result, 6-1 again, same as the previous map, or would DAIVO make a comeback as a defender here?
Unfortunate for DAIVO. It seems like they choose their map, but the map that they chose still being dominated by their opponents right now. So they'll take this to basement for round 7. Your review 6-pick phase. Seems like the Finca been working very well for Xavier. Here I will go for the 6-pick. No more L. Doesn't want the Ella. He'll walk to the dock instead.
Attackers need to locate.
Let's begin match point with
Warbot will be on Echo this time as distributes the armor plate first. Crooks will be using the Rook as usual.
Now, if I'm DAIVO at this point, there is nothing to lose, so it's best to try everything possible. But also at the same time, you do not want to throw the game. So let's hope that they make some changes to their game strat to counter anything that is coming from XAVIER.
That's a really weird deployable shield by Narix. Not really sure if that's the place he wants to put it.
Yeah, it could bite them back in the ass.
Yeah, it could definitely bite them back. Xavier in a really comfortable spot, but they are not relaxing. The early pick from the kids. IQ does lose a bit of health, but not dead yet. As Warbark will be doing what Red Sun did, back onto tower with the yokai, trying to go for a drone. They have not spotted anyone yet. Narix does take down Licorice's drone, but healthcare, he knows, goes for pre-fire, does not get anyone yet as Narix returns fire. The purple shield does save him for now, as long as he doesn't enter the room, but healthcare with the drone again. Did you see the purple shield is gonna bring his drone? Like, that's your adrenaline surge right away. Seems like the gunfight has commenced. Nicholas with the gunfight loses to Warback though at the tower as he drops to her death. His healthcare will take down Narix. Hajime still waiting at the towers, trying to look for the echo. He does spot him out, takes down Warback. As Angry will DBNO and be killed by Producer Boom as he's on the blitz. Ghost wants to buffer the flash, doesn't go for it yet. As Crooks has to start retreating, and suddenly Xavier are in a really good spot to take the entire series. As Red Sun will be revived. As the breach comes in from the rest of the attackers, Producer Boom in bathroom is gonna walk to the second floor for right now. Armory being drawn out into the bedroom, into the dorm, as Hajime will take down Hirai. Crooks is the only one left. Flashbang coming in. Look at him being pincered right away. Flashbang is just too much. He gets taken out right away, and healthcare will seal Xavier's run in the quarterfinals, and they will be going to the semi-finals.
Pretty intense game. Also, it's very much one-sided all the way. Xavier basically just dominated both maps.
Yep, and Xavier just playing at their best today. Unfortunately for DAIVO, is their end of the end of their journey in Rise of Legion. But they did make it far into top 8 as you look at the brackets right now. It has not been updated yet, but Xavier Esports will be making into the semi-finals. DAIVO officially out. So we'll go on a short break, and when we come back, it will be between Illuminate Mori and Overheat Esports. We'll see who will challenge XAVIER Esports in the semi-finals. We'll be right back.